Welcome, dear soul, to Victorious Qigong and Health Network. Let's rise together. Hello, greetings, and welcome. So in today's practice, we're going to start with a few breaths, and then we're going to nourish our neck, our shoulders. We're going to increase our range of motion, get into the flow state, balance our hormones, boost our brain power, and reduce our anxiety. Thank you so much for being here. And remember that wherever you are in your practice, you are more than enough. Remembering that we define our own worth, irrespective of any other being on this earth. Few inhales and exhales here. Good. Let's focus our breathing to our dantian, located just under the navel. As we breathe in deeply, we can focus on breathing in light, and as we breathe out, we can relax. Good. So let's shake it out, shake it out. With every start to a Qigong practice, it is so important to shake our body out. We can also tap different muscles. We can shake, stick our tongue out. All of these tools will help release blockages and help circulate the blood or qi. We're going to start with some simple swings. Now you can do this as slow or as fast as you want. Stay grounded on your feet until you get the motion, then you can come up on your toes. Really tapping into the connection here between your toes and your spine. As your arms swing up, tap the spot where your back connects to your neck. When we push down on the ground, it causes another part of our body to go up, and when we push out left, it causes a part of our body on the right to also move. Now you might not notice this if you are very locked up. So these practices are really good to really just get us into the flow state and really feeling our body. Really doing our best to enjoy this exercise as we bring our hands all the way up to the sky, really lifting up that chest and smiling. Tune into your breath and ask yourself, am I breathing deep enough? Am I using my whole body? Am I relaxing enough between the movements, within the movements? Am I pushing off the ground with the sides of my feet and my heels? Where am I losing structure? Do I need to fire my glute more? Let's explore that with this exercise. Our second to last warm-up exercise I call kicking sand. It is wonderful for harmonizing the left and the right sides of the body. Now you can see here this dog wanted to harmonize the left and right side of their body so much, he ran into my foot. It's all quite fun, isn't it? Now, while we navigate this human experience, we can really maximize the efficiency of our brain by doing movement, right? Dance is a wonderful example of this. Many dancers report that after they dance, they feel like they can just use their body more effectively. They can be in the flow state. Their brain, everything is increased. And the scientific reason for that is that our qi, or blood, is circulating more effectively. Now in Qigong, the way to do this the most effectively is to harmonize that movement with our breath. Now as we get into that, and as we finish our warm-up exercises designed to balance all those little kinks and to help us ground and center, we start to tune into how the whole body is really connected. And when we can begin to move it as one, we realize we can use less effort, and we have more power, we have more strength, but not just that, we have less anxiety, less stress, we can experience more joy. And overall, when we fill our cup this way, our cup will naturally spill over to others' cups. So let's fill our cup together. As we go into the Qigong practice, you can start by gently rocking back and forth and seeing how that really travels up the spine, that energy. So I implore you, try to do this as slow as you can. And when you find resistance in your shoulders, don't go too far up. Good. So let's bring our arms up. Big breath in, elbows up, and breathe out, up and around. Very good. Nice. Just hold it here for a sec. I'm going to move so you can see this movement. So we're going to inhale, one arm up, elbow high, other arm up, elbows high, and breathe out and wide. Beautiful. That is excellent. Again, in, turning those fingers, and out. Breathing slowly. Really visualizing energy coming out of the center of your palm. Now this isn't some pseudoscience. We can measure the electrical activity that our body and breath and our blood generates with scientific measures, right? But we don't need those measures. You can feel it. So I encourage you to really slow down your breathing and focus on your spine going straight to the heavens or the sky, and your feet rooting down into the earth. So with all these movements, we're really visualizing and feeling the breath travel from our fingertips all the way through our bodies. Now this exercise is amazing for the shoulders and neck. As we breathe in and as we breathe out, we keep our head or crown just extending like a string, like as if there's a string pulling it up. Good. Let's scoop the earth while letting our shoulders separate a bit. Breathing in, fingers up. Now breathing out, poking very slowly, leading with those fingertips outwards. Good. We can curl those fingertips in, really guiding that breath, staying centered. If you need to move your feet at any time, please do so. Good. Now, as we reach up from the heavens, we bring that energy down through our body and then down into the earth. Excellent. Now scooping up from the earth, bringing that energy into our body, up through our body, and out in front of us. And let yourself just lean back ever so slightly. Feel that light resistance, and just allow your body to go into that. Go ahead. curling our fingers back in and extending them behind us while nudging our chin and head forward and up slightly. Sticking the butt out. Good. And then bringing that energy up near our shoulders, keeping our shoulders wide, stretched a bit, and then poking out. Good. This should feel amazing for your shoulders. Really play around with this. Leading with those fingers again, bringing them up to the chest and the neck, and then pushing up. Oh, yeah. You can let out some noises here. Every time we exhale, whatever your body feels called. Good. Now we can let all that go. Whew, that was a lot, wasn't it? That's why we shake out between our exercises. Really good. Okay, so shake those feet out. Get centered again. Feel your body. Anywhere you're holding tension, let go. And when you're ready, scoop that energy up. And again, separate at your neck. Push up to the skies. Bring around. And then up to your heart and your dawn chant. We're going to do a few breaths here. Really feel that energy. You've moved that chi and blood around. Now it's time to intentionally direct that energy. Where do you want to put it? It's your choice. Good. So let's exhale. Now, for our next exercise, we're going to put one arm on the back of our neck and head. And we're going to put the other arm on our lower back. Good. Staying centered and grounded with our feet here. We are going to just ever so slightly turn our bodies with our hips, lean back, tilt, open your shoulders, look up to the skies, and go to the other side. Now, feel free, once you see this movement demonstrated, to just do it completely on your own. Don't watch the video because you won't be able to help your neck as much if you're watching the video. Good. Keep going with the inhale and the exhale. When we switch arms, try to extend your arms out as much as possible to really get that nice, healthy stretch in your pectorals, your upper shoulders, and your neck. Oh, good. So with every exhale, you can release a bit deeper and your body can open a bit more. With every inhale, we're inhaling that life force energy around us. And with every exhale, we're directing that life force energy. So right now, we can use that exhale, that direction and intention to really heal ourselves. Good. Let's come back to center. Big breath in. We're going to kick with one of our feet, and we're going to push out our hand, bring our other hand past our head, and switch sides like so. Now, if you need to, rewind the video, watch this a couple times so you can double check your form and really get this exercise. It is incredible for really opening up our chest and our shoulders, strengthening our neck, and really just nourishing our spine and body overall. The key here is to stay grounded and move the body as one. You may find as you do this exercise that you have a bit of difficulty or you need to make several adjustments. Now, I just encourage you, please don't be hard on yourself. It's all a learning process. And many days, I go through the same thoughts. The concepts here remain the same. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Very good. Using our breath and intention. Stretching our neck, moving around. Any place we feel a bit too much tension is a nice guide for us to put more breath there and to really adapt these movements to best suit yourself. Remember, you are your own master. And one of the principles of Qigong is it is honest. It's uniquely your own, and no one can actually be in your body but you. So as we develop this presence within our body, this understanding, this witnessing of how our breath and our body is so interconnected, we begin to actually learn how to heal our own body. Our body will communicate with us, right? Those pains, that tightness is a communication to shake, to release, to breathe into those areas. Good. So let's come back to center and do a few deep breaths at the Dantian. Really relaxing in, breathing into that lower Dantian. Good. This is going to store energy here. And it's going to allow us to really ground all of this flighty energy we can create with movement. That's right. Have you ever noticed when you go for a run, or you do some push-ups or something, that afterwards it's so easy to just talk, or kind of get off center? Well, using our breath, we can really ground that energy into the Dantian. So this next exercise is very simple. We're just using one hand. We're pushing out on the exhale, pulling in on the inhale, curling with the fingers, and pushing out on the exhale. Okay? Keeping your body supple and loose. Good. So now we'll switch arms. So as you see, we lead with that arm. That is really the start of it. We're turning with our hips, and finally it travels up the spine, curls around, and out through our shoulder, arm, and finally the center of our palm. Good. So curling with the fingers on the inhale, feeling that chain reaction up by the face, and exhaling, pushing out. Start to explore this a bit. We can start to use two hands. Good. Ultimately, we do want to use two hands, but it's pertinent. But it's necessary to use one hand at first to really tune in to the movement. As they say, when we start small, we can perfect that small movement. We can feel into that, and then we can grow it bigger, right? So as we tap into this, we can really begin to enjoy this. Good. How does that feel? How does it feel to tap our neck and back in between this exercise? How do these rotations feel? Curling at the pinky and turning at the thumb. What happens when we do that? Really exploring this through our whole body. Can we feel how our fingertips connect to our feet? Can we feel that? To the sides of our feet, to the heels. What happens when we do this? What parts of our body does it stretch? Good. Now this exercise is absolutely phenomenal for our brains. When we push up, we tap our backs, we really lift our chest up, we really begin to put more blood flow into the brain. And not just more, but more easily. We create a clear channel. So all of these exercises are designed to really heal our bodies and to optimize our system in such a way that we can now do so much more with less, right? Reducing anxiety, really increasing our confidence, reducing our stress, increasing our range of motion, boosting our brain power, accessing our flow state, and improving our energy and focus. It will relieve our pain. It will increase our happiness. These are just some of the basic immediate benefits of a Qigong practice. Now, as always, it is uniquely your own, and the concepts remain the same. Deep breathing, listening, focusing on your intentions, and really feeling the connectivity within your whole vessel. We can ask ourselves, can I feel a connection between my fingertips and toes? If not, what exercises can I do? How can I move in such a way? How can I shake in such a way where I release some of this tension? Can I breathe into my fingertips? Can I breathe into my toes? What does this feel like? What does it feel like to breathe into my core? What does it feel like to breathe deeply? What feelings do I feel? Now, as we end our practice, it is imperative to store this energy in our dantian. Because all that we've done, we want to be able to consciously direct our energy for the rest of the day. And we don't want that energy to leak out. We don't want to overutilize our energy. So let's take a moment to really focus on our intentions. I want to thank you again for being here and remind you that you are enough. You are more than enough. And only you can decide your own worth. Many blessings, namaste, and have a most amazing day. Thank you.